All right. Hey, everybody. More disco. Because, yeah. Hope all of you are doing well. I'm doing fine myself. At the time of this stream, I actually just got back from my tabletop group. So, yeah, that was nice. And after having recovered a little bit from my burnout that I mentioned a while ago, I'm feeling a lot better. So, yeah. Here we have, oh god, what was I doing? Let's see, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What was I planning on doing? I was planning on doing something. Let's see, what was my journal? Figure of Dolores Day, La Responsability. Find Smokes and Smoke 'em, Joyce's info on the lynching, explore the whirling secret passage, get a reality lowdown, who made the call reporting the... There it goes. Who made the call reporting the crime, and sing karaoke. Run the number on the... Oh, the victim's armor! I can check that real fast. I think I was gonna check on Everart. Because I had some time left... Because the significant thing that I remember doing was going to Morel and Lena and helping them out with the Insulindian Phasmid. But Lena was feeling a bit despondent because she was thinking, well, I must have made it up. You know, there's no way it's real.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel.
This is Precinct 57. Still no word, I'm afraid.
All right.
57.
In the cabin,
Okay, still nothing on that. And we did get the gauntlets from the girl at the fishing village. So I now have +1 or no +2 to interfacing. Way better than the gloves. Actually, let me check. I could probably check by how many visual calculus on Samaran butter. Trash container. Which trash container is it referring to? The cargo container door I can go to. I think that's what I was planning on. Silang. Map. Oh yeah, the map wall. Oh, the map wall. That's right. I could try that again. Yeah, basically I've still got some checks I can try before I feel like enough time has passed for me to check on the traps for the Phasmid. But yeah, hope all of you are doing well today. I've been fine, relatively. Ah, that's right. I also managed to convince the lady here to let her daughter inside because it's cold out. I essentially shattered her world and I felt great.
several maps. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
And I think I got the map of Martinez.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides. Hudon,
West.
it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. No.
I think I've...
This is somewhere to be. This large map, Ozon, Laurent disintegrating. In the northeast, a dust mites you can. The ocean connection stuff, 850.
I'm sorry, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
Okay, so wait. Map wall.
This
So...
bookstore is not strictly... Shelves full of bio... Browsing through, suddenly, A particularly odd title catches you. High speed next to Earth. Next to...
I really...
She understands.
I'm sorry, I did...
Okay, I guess I can't do the interfacing check. That's weird. Okay, then. In that case, what are some others? Yeah, I cannot do that perception check. I don't know what it is. Like, the whole perception check is that it's not the time yet, but is it because I took the body down? I have no goddamn clue why it's so low. Suggestion, that's right, asking her out because she's cool. Asking her about her friends. From Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo. I don't remember the cockatoo thing. Yeah, a lot of bird nest boy. Oh, for Roy, right. Electronic doorbell. Alright. How close am I to leveling up? 82? Okay. Can I attempt to break down the door again, or is that not feasible?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens.
Need to have another thing of pain threshold. Do I have something for pain threshold? Half-light, electrochemistry, shivers, interfacing, composure. No. I think the only things... I don't think I have anything for pain instrument or pain threshold besides the armor. So, I guess not. Alright then. That's fine. That can wait. Alright. I guess what I can do next is, attempt... Prove your authority to Titus Hardy. Did I attempt that already? Because I remember I might have. I did attempt it, and I know for a fact I failed it. Because you look at this man's portrait and tell me you can... Like, there's no way you could prove your authority to this man. Like, he tells you to your face that he's the guy that killed the merc on the... that was hanging in the back. So I guess I can probably do the Samurai and Butter thing, but that's... Yeah, the sign's gone, so there's no way to do the check anymore. Alright, well, that's locked until I make a new playthrough. Yeah, I guess that's the deal, is that this game is for real timed, and you kind of have to keep in mind, like, alright, gotta do certain things before you actually try other things. Good to know.
Looking for something odd? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick the strike. Apples. Yeah.
He's given you the runner.
Yeah, still apples. And I don't think nothing is new about Manana.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help? The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed... What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill
I
him?
ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been...
No problem. I would...
Okay, nothing new there. And I have literally no reason to talk to Measurehead right now because I roundhouse kicked him to the face. I literally just took his advanced race theory and kicked him in the face with it. And it felt amazing. Anything new about
The farm cabinet stands steady at hundreds and the same material you already went through all. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Water Everart's plants. Sweep office floor. More banners.
Well, we already figured out the borscht, because apparently... The funny thing about the borscht, if you missed the previous stream, is that the cook at the Whirling and Rags made the borscht with vodka.
All items on the list have been crossed out,
So,
and the note itself is crumpled.
the reason why the Union people were so calm, I guess, on their strike and hanging out in the Whirling and Rags is because they were serving their food with booze in it. And not cooking... And I don't think there'd be... I mean, I know there's cooking wine, but I doubt there'd be cooking vodka.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
I remember I gained
The
another
payphone
phone number,
hangs
didn't I?
neatly on the wall. There isn't much more to do here.
Nope. Can't. It literally said there isn't much to do. Okay. That's fair. But yeah, I am enjoying this game, and as for other games that are coming out, at this point it is November, so I would actually really like to stream Shin Megami Tensei 5. It's just, I kind of have to be patient about doing that because my birthday is coming up soon, and I think I'd rather just get it on my birthday. I'm in no big rush, but I'd like to at least stream it.
This is the Night Watchman.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot.
Nothing incriminating catches you. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
I mean, Rene is the kind of man who was like, I believe that the king was really seeing higher powers by taking his cocaine. Because yes, that is the thing, people. God, that was in the earlier parts of this playthrough where I discovered this statue over here that depicts a king on his horse being blown apart, which is to represent when the original statue was blown apart in a previous conflict. Sort of a funny, ironic thing, because who would make a statue of the worst monarch getting blown up? And Rene, the old soldier that was aforementioned, is a supporter of that king, and even was like, he connected to higher powers through the power of his cocaine. So yeah.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
That is a tough one.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
That is a pretty low perception check, and I don't think any tools I've got will actually open that thing. Alright. Actually, would Leo have anything new to say?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing. Oh, that one.
Told you.
Oh, yes. Of course, mister. I'm more... Oh, sure, mister. About what?
Alright, nothing new. I figured it doesn't hurt to ask. I mean, this game's dense, as I've discovered, so figured I might as well check. Alright, Everard, have you got anything new? Because this is not a fishing rod, is it? It's... that? That does not look like any fishing rod I've seen. But yeah, this is Everard, everybody. Or as I like to describe him, Danny DeVito fused with Fat Bastard.
Mr. Dubois, every worker...
Every worker, a member of the board?
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
It did, Evrart. I turned it off.
What?
The big man looks at you confused. You shady brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it. Now there's no alcohol.
Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative.
He's referring to the borscht.
I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me.
Like, he's trying to sound like a radio voice.
A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss?
So go... an apartment door for Evrart. Apartment door. It wouldn't be the apartment of the Sunday friend, right? The moralist guy that I encountered? No, he was the... No, wait, that wasn't his apartment. That was the Slim Man's apartment. Let's talk about my lust.
My dear Harry, I rarely do, Harry. I have people for that. Now, great! You want to bounce something off your old friend Mr. Clare, right? Well, let's hear it, Harry.
They aren't really friends, by the by. He was just given a big-ass file. He doesn't even know Harry's full name. I told Joyce that I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Why haven't you let her in the
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely, Harry. What's...
Alright. Nothing new there. Alright. Well, what does the apartment key say? In the behind the greenhouse in the backyard. Wait. Oh, it's that unlocked door. It's that locked door that I keep encountering that's near where the body was. Oh. That thing has been bugging me for so long. I can finally go inside that building. But yeah, we definitely discovered a lot in last stream. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit to have a better field of view. But yeah, this has certainly gotten a lot of intriguing stuff about it.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer had...
God, not even leveling up rhetoric would be enough to get that door open. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I would possibly do about that door. And yeah, over there, this door was the apartment of Billy Manjon, who we told her husband had died because we discovered a second body of a man who fell through a floorboard and busted his head on a metal bench, and it was a very sobering kind of moment where you're telling this woman about her husband's demise. It was like, no lie, this game is making me feel emotions that I rarely can ever expect to feel in a video game, and I applaud it for that. It's doing its job very well. Very well written game. Does he have anything?
Right to work! Right to... When a bunch of beats me.
When the man moves around, there's something odd in the way he carries himself. His shirt is far too small, and he ignores... Silence is the answer. There's something odd.
What's it to you? No. Don't think we've met. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Worked at... Territorial. Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, guy still is being like... Guy's still a scab. He's still acting as a scab. Because earlier in the playthrough, we discovered... Or we kind of determined, hey, this guy seems to be off regarding all of the posturing he does, because he like he's really ill-built for the clothes he's wearing. You know the kind of guys that wear a shirt that is like intentionally a size too small to show off their body? That guy is unintentionally doing it. Like, it seems like the people that put him there were like, hey, look like a worker. We want you to look like a dock worker to be a scab.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization, still nothing. Do I even have any skill points? I don't. Okay. Alright, finally I can unlock this door. This door's been bugging me ever since I saw it. You hear the sound of running water. Someone's washing dishes.
The door has braved the elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head.
That's probably the door Evrart mentioned. We still need to get the key from this manana first, though.
Oh, that's right. I need to get to Manana. More running. And actually, nah, I probably can't do an empathy check on Kuno right now. Can I? Let me check. Nope. Okay, so I don't know what the trash container thing is because I'm a tad confused about that. Methinks maybe it's like a thing I might have had to have done a check on when I was searching it before, but I do not know. But in any case, yeah, let's go get the key from Manana. Now the only question is, the next time that I level up...
Hold on, wandering man. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He's some whistleblowers, I think.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Wink. I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for all workmen. I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What we're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling and Rag.
The none of the above type thing.
Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I don't know about this task? Weasel person, when he'll get home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Oh, so basically I should have had him tell me about the world instead of Joyce, because then I wouldn't have had to deal with the fact that we actually have a... How do I put this? We basically have... In this world, Oblivion exists 6,000 kilometers away from where we are now. In this world. And I'm confident this guy probably would have put it a lot more kindly than Joyce did.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting. Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Evrart's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
They do sound like vigilantes, but let it go.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Actually,
they're sort of like...
Is he actually...
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pension, or how large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
That's right, because Joyce told us that, Joyce told us that apparently all of the employees are striking because they want to have as much of a say in decision-making processes as the board of the company does. But considering that there's over 7,000 employees across the different areas in different harbors, yeah, essentially they're just kind of striking and laughing at them because they can't do anything about it. The boss man Everard, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world...
I mean, when you say it like that, Kim...
The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
The desks seem lavish.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
I mean, if you're gonna have somebody that's corrupt, at least have somebody that's corrupt and on your side. So... necessary evil? Question mark?
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Oh. Oh, that's really funny considering how I had a full-on moralism debate with someone. That's...
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a Now tell me right here, are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
But the stuff you do aligns admirably well with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist? Right on, brother. You shouldn't take what's not yours. Cool, I don't have anything to add to that. But the stuff you do aligns admirably well with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist?
I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. And they have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one, which may well be communism.
He knows who he is, firmly grounded, has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity to himself or others.
It sounds like you're a communist who thinks he isn't doing enough to call himself. Oh god. It's like the equivalent of calling yourself an otaku, but you don't watch that much anime, so it's like, am I really an otaku?
See, I'm primarily a lazy person.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing.
Oh my god, I agree to that wholeheartedly. Having your control over your own time is the best feeling ever. It is the greatest sense of independence to have control over your own time. It's like feeling that where it's like your time is your own. Oh, it's the best feeling in the world to not be somebody's bitch in terms of how they handle your time, you know? It's part of the reason why I'm apprehensive about certain situations and regarding, like, it's the reason why I left my pizza job. Like, I felt like I was kind of on their time, not my own, you know?
It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code. itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I'm a boyadero. It doesn't sound that cool. Sounds like antiquated, obsolete, passé. It's not disco. I mean, true to yourself, independent in your actions? I mean, on one hand, it is a good philosophy to... It is, in some sense, a philosophy that works, because essentially you can... If something fails you, you bounce to something else, but it does sound obsolete in some ways. Because calling it disco is just not disco is essentially saying it's not chaotic, but having it not be chaotic is a good thing. At least in my eyes. I tend to prefer order over chaos. At least, I like micro chaos, if that makes sense. Pockets of chaos, if you will. Maybe I'm a boyadero.
No.
But I could...
No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Good talking to you. Gotta run. I love it. No matter the response, Encyclopedia will shut that down. No... Oh, hello. Something's over there. What's this? Hypnogamma. Ooh. Nice. I got some morale health. I got some morale healers. Alright, good to know. Good to know. Heal a little bit of regular health just in case. But yeah, that was certainly an interesting conversation. Having that whole exchange with Manana. And I love that Encyclopedia just straight up denied the prospect of me being a boyadero. How much further am I to leveling up? 91? Okay. So then, with that, we can now finally enter this fucking door.
The door has braved the elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and so is the knocker, shaped like a lion's head.
Press your ear against the door.
Someone is moving around in the apartment. You hear the water being turned off, and the sound of dishes clinking together.
Knock on the door.
No answer.
I know you're in there.
That already defeats the point, doesn't it? Let's get out of here.
Use Manana's key.
The key stops midway in the lock. Something's blocking its path. Not a sound is coming from the apartment. The tenant's key is in the lock. The lieutenant looks first at the door, then back at you, then signals you to back off from the door.
I shouldn't have said that.
As you turn to leave, you hear footsteps on the other side. Yes, someone's definitely home.
We should leave and go talk with Evrard. Tell him what happened, that we couldn't open the door. Maybe there's a workaround.
I shouldn't have done that. I'm stupid. I shouldn't have said I know you're in there. I should have knocked. Yeah. Oh well. Actually, I'm not internalizing any thoughts, am I? No, because this is as far as I've gotten. I could internalize this to at least help with the rhetoric door. Because rhetoric... Yeah. I think I'm going to take these glasses off. Savoir-faire, -1 to visual calculus. +1 to logic, -1 to authority. +2 to encyclopedia, -1 to perception. How high is my perception? It can take the hit. And then this, I'm gonna take off because it looks fucking stupid. Encyclopedia. Logic -1 suggestion. So don't wear this when asking out a fisherman. Good to know. +2 logic -1 perfect. Looks like a do-rag. And what is the necklace for? Or neck thing? Inland Empire and Volition. -1 to empathy. Alright. I think I'm gonna rock with this for a little bit, see how it goes. And we will go back to Everart to see how things go there. And then after Everart, we will head over back to the Insulindian Phasmid traps to see how that goes. I could also still talk to Renee about the photo. And that would probably end up helping me on the composure check that that I need to make against him. I bet once I internalize one more door, I might actually be able to open this cargo door. So I think the next level up I get, I'm gonna use it to unlock a thing and internalize.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
Everett, about the weasel.
You fucked up. You waited too long, the weasel came back, and now you can't open the door I asked you to open. Everett forgives, Harry. Don't cry, my boy. It's gonna be all right. I'm still gonna tell you about the murder. That's just the way I am. Benevolent.
I didn't earn it, though.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Oh, so he didn't really want me to complete the task, he just wanted to see if I would be willing to work with him? Okay, I can respect that. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
So he barely leaves. Wait, they move the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Oh, that's not... Oh.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Hey, you just needed to say the word... You just needed to say Titus's name and I would understand.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who... The whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Uh-huh, and we had the distinct pleasure of meeting them multiple times.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently.
Yeah, that
was
does...
the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Yeah, Titus doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would say, boss, like, word it that way. Like, I'm gonna try to impersonate Titus and see if you think that this matches with the accent and cadence. Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land. Basically, he probably would have just said, "Hey, boss, you know that shit stain that's been hanging around the whirling? Yeah, we killed him."
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
Yeah, if they hire third parties, it means that they can't say, "Oh no, those weren't our people that did all of those pushing around."
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Well, you already have a scab that probably is a mercenary outside your gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Crenel in this time. It might have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
You mentioned... Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7 of them. Exemplary union
What about
members.
the 8th?
Always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only have
Wow,
the best
Everard
interests
just
of
does not
Martinez
see
and
Kim.
Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking
Yep.
it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Everard, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
That probably helps the authority check.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Yeah. I don't need it. I've only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Good talk. Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I'm reading these options here. I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Revachol. You're right to not trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left or right. I do what my heart tells me to do.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Nameless street with old houses. Is he referring to the fishing village? Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
My call!
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
You mean the fishing village?
Yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned, in either the sea or the bottle. A gloomy place, doesn't have that Union attitude.
And the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
It could help put them on the map. But... Alright, if I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun.
Can we go over a few details considering the murder again?
Most certainly, Harry.
Nothing new there.
By all means, Harry.
So, I now have a task to... I now have a task that it lets me... The signature... She is not... I don't think either of them are going to be into this idea. Like, if there's any thing that I've remembered from media is that when it's like, oh, them big rich people are going to move into our turf and they dare do this and blah, 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 blah. Basically the plot of the Goonies, but... I could be wrong. This game has subverted my expectations in a lot of ways. Like, a lot of ways.
You're back before the cargo container.
I didn't think I could. One more 5 experience point boost and I'll be able to level up, at least. So that's something to look forward to. And yeah, I'm gonna take in one more door as a thought. But at least I managed to make some progress with Everard, even if it's progress that might be to the detriment of a possible cool asking out of a fisher woman as girlfriend. I'm not disappointed, shut up. It's just, I don't know, my first impressions when I was talking to her is just, she's so cool. You know, she's a single mother of 3, and she's like, nah, I moved on. My husband was just some drunk who washed up one day looking like a bloated seal. But I just kind of live on as life goes, and I'm like, yes! You're so cool, and you carry a sword! Like a badass! Alright, has enough time passed?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers,
for
a radio microphone.
This is precinct. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. 57.
In the cabin.
That was a new piece of dialogue. That must have been from me asking a whole lot. It's just, I don't know. I want to hear about the armor owner. God damn it. Okay. Well. Oh, let's talk to René about the photo.
Vigilance officer? What can this old car? Yes, I'm an old man. Don't sleep more. She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Well, I leveled up. Turns out my invasiveness actually helped. Or helped me, in some cases. One more door. Takes 45 minutes to do that. Got it.
Yes, it does. And it's a...
You see,
I'm fine. No one.
No one?
Yes.
Look, officer.
The posse...
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD.
Oh. Yes, yes, yes.
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. He keeps my senses...
Yeah, and if you're wondering what René's deal is with being a guard post, it's actually not even that needed. If anything, the reason why he has that job is to give him something to do so he gets out of bed in the morning. It's as he says, it keeps my senses sharp. So, yeah. Let's go check on the Phasmid traps, and then we'll go talk to Isola... the old woman and Lillian.
The trap is
still full of locusts. Yeah, the other thing I discovered recently, this is my guy's motor carriage. During his drunken stupor, he drove it off of the water lock and crashed it into the ice. So, yeah. Alright, so there was one north of the church, one next to one that was right here. But yeah, I want to help Morel and Lena, because Lena helped in regards to getting Harry acclimated back to his environment a little bit. And they're just so sweet, you know? They're adorable.
a few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap.
No plasmid. Plasmid? Phasmid. Sorry, brain just went into... Brain just kind of shorted out there. Still a bunch of locusts.
The trap is...
And I imagine the one that's north of the church probably wouldn't have anything either. And the only thing that's discovered from the church in terms of new stuff was a woman who came in to check on her radio computer, and the last conversation that I probably will ever have with the Crab Man. So, yeah. That happened. Was it? There it is. Nope, locusts are still there.
Just dead and dying.
Dead and dying locusts. Alright. I mean, at least we check. Alright. Well, let's go talk to Lilane and the old woman to see what they feel about a youth center being built in their fishing village. Because both of them were pretty blunt in the fact that there isn't really anything here. So if a youth center is built, then that might bring something in? Or, I don't know, because this place is kind of a... Whoop. That's Nolan Vink King. An unsuccessful model. Okay. Let's talk to the lady here first.
The old woman still hums her unknown song. She opens her eyes to acknowledge your presence. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
What's the song you're humming?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Sounds nice.
Yes, it does.
I was asked to get your signature.
Eh? What's this about? Come now. I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider signing till I know she's on board.
Got it. Good to know. Yeah, Lillian seems to be the mind of
Waves
this.
are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
I was asked to get your signature.
Were you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everett is planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that...
Thought what exactly?
That Evrart and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
Will you sign it?
Aye. Why not? Fine. Here you go.
Wait, why did you sign it?
I shouldn't have.
I mean, it's Evrart, so it's probably a mistake.
Probably, but it is a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. It's a bad idea. She won't sign. You'll find she's a tougher nut to crack than me.
That's fair. Wow, she is way more pragmatic than I thought she would be. God, she's even cooler now. She's even cooler now. God damn it.
A policeman. What can our village do for you?
I got Elaine's signature. Will you sign the papers now?
Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign.
So it was a test.
Aye. Lillian's not the only one who's too trusting.
What do you have against the Union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
She pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and pulls it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Slight hesitation. Suggestion, huh? Maybe I can get Joyce's input on this. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I should do that. I should get Joyce's input on this matter. +1 to suggestion. Okay, well that is at least good to know. So Joyce, turns out, isn't actually the person that people normally trust in regards to decisions made by the village. It's a lot more complicated than that, as things tend to be. Was there something in here that was interesting, or was it just the chair? No, literally nothing. Not even conceptualization or art cop. Wow. All right. Well, either way, I think maybe getting Joyce's input about it would be a good idea. See if whether or not he had commissioned similar construction projects in the past, or had other similar ideas about what to do in terms of youth centers or renovating different areas of the world. So, that'd be something to know, I think. I mean, unless Joyce doesn't have any input, in which case, I guess our plans get shot in the foot a little bit.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Oh?
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To a nameless settlement down the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
He wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it. Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you missed those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
Ah, yes. Youths on the town.
Let's get so drunk on Everclear mixed drinks and we're gonna get fucked. Just get completely fucked.
That's the mentality. The woo girls of Revachol, so to speak.
I'm over-radiated, Harry. I do silly things sometimes, out of Pale-related illness. Like take this job. The moral of the story is, do not spend 22 days a year in Pale transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Everard Clare's mail. Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Everard? Do you think it will improve the place?
Wow, this was a really good idea to come to Joyce first about it. So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
I mean, you could have worded it maybe a little more kindly.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk. Helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
No, you misunderstand. I turned the knob like this. Turn the heat down.
Beyond curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. For the sake of our professional relationship. And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
That's
of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
That's kind of it. So Everard Clare wants to become an icon. And now that I've gotten the input of Lilian and the old woman, along with Joyce, like I just had a hunch that Joyce would have some input, and turns out I was correct. So, should I lie to Everard, or should I? If I lie, he might catch on. That's the problem.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
So I can drop the envelope in the mailbox, but I could lie to him. With only one signature, though. This is a tough choice. Okay, so he wants to build a youth center, but everybody else sees it as like, oh, Everard wants to jack himself off a little bit by just having a golden statue of himself be erected in front of this youth center, and it's probably going to be like the equivalent of a really dilapidated YMCA. So I should lie to him, because he's not really giving me any real reasons to trust him, because he's holding my gun hostage. So yeah. Or maybe I could deliver it, but with one signature. No, I'm gonna lie. I'm just gonna lie. Actually, I haven't interacted with this yet. What does this have to it?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
So it'd be over a 2-year plan. Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
3 stories tall? A 3-story tall youth center? I mean, those probably exist, but I haven't seen them.
It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
Shut up, conceptualization. Cool cubic pyrite. Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
It's logic, huh? Logic. Suggestion. Anything that minuses logic in here. Nope. Okay. Let's get my logic on. See if it helps. I find it funny that just putting on a bunch of random shit can cause my logic to shoot up, but hey, if it helps the fishing village, then that's fine by me. Perception, electrochemistry, no. Oh, that's +2 logic. Hell yeah. Okay. Alright, let's try to do it again.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Look at that percentage. Look at that percentage. That's a good percentage. I like that percentage.
There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 14 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
What are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it will probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Yeah, and they're probably going to also end up expanding that youth center into said properties because they've moved out. They'll buy up the properties because they sold them cheap. Like, they'll sell the properties to Everhart so that he can then keep expanding the youth center. And essentially make the youth center his castle. Metaphorically. Look, Kim, these people are going to have more to move away because of the noise.
Of course, I should have seen it. Everhart probably has eyes on us, but if the second signature were to be somehow wrong...
He won't say it outright, but he's suggesting forgery.
You're suggesting?
Forgery, yes. It would render the document invalid.
Let's do it.
It's not the sort of act I would normally encourage, but under the circumstances, if done discreetly, it may be the only way to save what's left of the village. You probably don't have a pen? Here, you can keep this. I have another one.
Or You could try to trick Everard. Get someone random to sign the document. By the time the Union boss finds out, your business here will already be concluded.
Oh, wait, indirect modes of taxation gives me a bonus to this? Huh. So Everard could be watching. Where would he not be watching? Where could he not be watching? Probably in the fishing village itself. He doesn't have eyes there, I think. Right? I mean, I wouldn't think so. Maybe check the... Go into the church, probably. He likely wouldn't have eyes there. And then I can also talk to the computer woman while I'm there, too. But yeah, I am enjoying this so far. Sticking it to Everard. And Joyce is actually a lot kinder than I expected to be. Because, I mean, how many times in a story have you ever seen, like, oh, the rich corporate people are the bad guys and the unions are all good guys? No, the union have their problems too. No, like, no lie, the unions have their own issues. And yeah, it's a good thing I consulted Joyce about it and looked at the document myself. The only time... I think the only time that I ever remember having a document... Me looking at a document myself... Sorry, forgot how to speak there. The only time I ever had, like, hey, why'd you look at the document, be a factor in a conversation was in Skyrim. But that's like a minor example. And I mean a minor example. Alright, I'm going to take that off since I managed to get that. Alright. Did coming to the church help with...
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
This is a red check, too, so I should not be attempting this. Everard is watching the church. Where would he not be watching, then? I guess I'll figure that out another time. For now, we can talk to her.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on. You don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Alright, got your message.
Good.
Suggestion.
Hey, what makes the world go round?
Don't.
She stares at the... Hey,
how did I...
Maybe if you were to find out more about her previous company, Fortress Accident...
I failed a 90... Hold on, how bad was the failure? Oh. Oh, wow. It was not just any kind of failure. I critically failed. That was a critical failure. So a critical failure in this context is getting 2 1s. And... yeah, I got 2 1s on the... Fuck off! God damn it. Suggestion. Come on, man. Alright, suggestion. -1. Any increases? Wait, was it this one? No, that's Esprit de Corps. Esprit de Corps. Drama, logic, authority, visual calculus. I think I'm wearing what I probably have as a plus to suggestion. Empathy. Nope. I had to get the one. Why? Why did I get a critical failure then? Then of all times. Motherfucker. Like, I am legitimately baffled about that. Ooh. Empathy shoes. So, empathy shoes. This could probably... Oh no, Kim is now in the results screen. This... Wait. Alright. Let's equip these, and then we can probably talk to Kuno again. Since we now have an empathy boost. But, yeah, wow, that was awful. Like, for some reason, I just got a critical failure. I mean, I guess even all CRPGs end up giving you nat 1s at some point. Still, though, a 92% chance. 92! And I failed it somehow. Just... you cannot make this shit up, you know? You just can't. Now, does Everard have eyes in this tent somehow? Please don't tell me he does.
You take the legal documents out of the
Motherfucker, I still don't. Alright.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Talk about the church.
What's the deal? A programmer? What a pity, a shame. Unity! And you can't just evict her? Look at you. No, if that's okay with... The lines in the dark exist. At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer...
Egghead cannot believe...
No worries. We'll figure it out. If going... Excellent. Goodbye,
All right.
officer.
I still can't do that.
So you had a talk with Andre. That's fine, man. But I've got to warn you, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my scion.
Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked-up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
The supernatural, so you think it's real? That it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
This guy's oddly enlightened for being somebody that wants to start a dance club and be like, yeah, let's party, man! Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
But I thought we'd be okay, sign-wise.
I'm doing what I can.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre.
An egghead?
We're close. True, hard, full, car. It's hardcore. Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
Alright. Well, either way, at least we managed to learn a bit on that. Learn that apparently this is more of a supernatural thing. Because we are dealing with somebody who's apparently looking at a 2mm wide hole in the world. Alright. Maybe I can convince her that I can help her with her research a little bit. Yo, characters look fly as fuck. Yeah, they... Oh, my character. Yeah. I mean, if there's anything that I know how to do, to some degree, it's make a character look cool. I mean, look at our guy. He's got... Actually, I don't think the shoes work, but he's got a brown hat, some cool gauntlets, got some armor underneath that, got brown pants. The shoes are a bit weird, but that can be forgiven. But yeah, the crab man's gone, so that's not gonna help me any.
Yes, what is it?
Can I visual calculus the mural?
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious and complex wax painting on a Why?
Because the stained glass window.
That does seem to be a problem. The mother of human...
Didn't think so. Alright. So still no on that. Unless I reconstruct it somehow. Well, either way, we did at least make some progress, and I do know now to tell Everard to shove it, or at least lie to his face, which would be absolutely wonderful. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go tell Everard to shove it. To shove it in his Danny DeVito looking ass. Yeehaw. Yeehaw! I'm gonna shove it up Everard's I'm gonna shove it up Everard's ass. Actually, this is more of a fedora than it is a cowboy hat, because it's supposed to make you look like a fictional officer in the world of this game. So, yeah. Which makes it really funny to me, because it's like, wearing this actually increases my encyclopedia, but I'm looking like a total chode. It's like the equivalent of wearing a Hogwarts robe, unironically for the sake of trying to be like, oh yeah, no, I know about wizard stuff. I know Harry Potter.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Still can't do anything there. Did I ever wear anything that helped with electrochemistry? There's that. Electrochemistry. Half-light. Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks so stupid. That looks so fucking stupid. Like, that actually looks really... That looks really... Oh, wait, +1 electrochemistry, -1 to savoir-faire. Physical instrument. Okay. See ya.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Still can't. Okay. That's fine. I'll just put all my shit back on because I hate looking like a chode. What else was not right? Kingdom of Consciousness, and I guess that was all, I believe. When will the cowboy hats start talking in a Western accent? Oh, you know, Combo, you bring that up, and sadly, it seems like the only piece of clothing in the game that actually talks with you is the horrific necktie, which I think I'm gonna equip back on. It's too funny to not have on it, and frankly, it gives an Inland Empire stat, which is really, really nice. So, yeah, I'm going to keep up with that. But yeah, I'm going to go lie to Everard because, frankly, it makes sense. And having Joyce on top of the old woman tell me, yeah, he's got bad intentions for this place. It's not that I'm easy to convince. It's just, I've seen this trope happen a lot of times in media, so I can kind of recognize it, so to speak. Which isn't a bad thing, it just happens. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna equip that cowboy, or the horrific necktie again, just because I find it funny. And actually, something else I'd like to do. Let's re-equip the commander jacket. There we go. How are you doing, Combo? It's been a second. How's it been? I realize I'm streaming a bit later than I normally do, but I was doing tabletop gaming earlier, and I have a little funny deal. The only real significant thing that happened was that we were playing Pathfinder, and we encountered a scenario where literally everybody else's character but mine got trapped in quicksand, which was funny.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
I mailed the signatures you asked me to get.
No, you didn't. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet. Just like I know you'll get it done. Once you stop horsing around, let me know when it's done. By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Okay. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. He has eyes almost damn near literally everywhere. So, it would make sense that he would know. But I still have one more ace up my sleeve in regards to another thing that can help me. Titus. I can go tell him, hey, Everard told me that you're now my bitch. Not to that severe degree, but yeah. 14 minutes left for one more door. Good to know. I still can't rhetoric the door open. You know, it's a goddamn shame that fedoras have essentially become synonymous with really dumb internet culture, the nice guy culture. Because it is a legitimate... I find it as a legitimately neat-looking kind of hat, but... I mean, what can you do? You know, it's a lot like whenever a term gets differentiated with time passing. Like, I can see the horrific necktie and the cowboy hat being yin and yang characters, with the cowboy hat being the good sheriff. Oh god, that'd be great! If there was like some kind of clothing outfit that could counteract the horrific necktie's awful personality, that would be amazing. Oh, that's actually a really good idea, dude. But as I was saying, something I had recently encountered at work was how do I put this? How apparently the term shipping is starting to refer to real people now.
An old
if you
call
get my
box
drift.
with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Volition, huh? Also, yeah, the fedora situation is an example of things going out of fashion. It was weird, though. It used to be pretty big in the 2000s. Yeah, which is kind of sad, if I'm being honest, because the fedora is kind of a cool hat. I don't know. I still... It can work with the right fashion, but... yeah, there's no salvaging it after the reputation that it's kind of garnered in terms of the internet.
An old call box with a...
Nah, the Sphinx didn't think that would work. But yeah, as I was saying, I mean, everybody that's watching this, you're probably familiar with the term shipping, right? Well, I learned that apparently there is apparently how this prospect of people shipping other people together.
The trash containers. The smell of rotten food
Like,
rises to greet you.
Chill with
You
the
see
Amazon
soggy
Samurai sword and
cartons, dirty
MLP
rags,
shirt, though,
and
my
all
dude.
that waste.
Listen, I may own real swords, but I do not unironically wield them and be like, my waifu is who I defend. No, I don't do that. Yeah, shipping real people isn't cool. Yeah, like, it was in the and the thing is, the context of it made me feel just...
You see, you've done this before. No, searching for a box falls into... There's nothing more of it. Not much the container sounds.
Nothing new there.
Gone.
Whatever the physical instrument check was, it's not there anymore. But anyway, essentially, I'm not necessarily... The only thing that really happened was that I learned about apparently the prospect of how a person's daughter was talking with a friend of theirs, and, you know, they were getting along really, really nicely. They were having fun, laughing, and just reading together in the library, and the mom of this person was like, you know, I noticed you two were having a lot of fun there. Like, surely you have to be interested in some way. And apparently, just as she said that, the guy that the girl was talking to walks up, and he says, or she says to him, "See, I told you my mom was shipping us." And I'm like, and I hear that, and I feel the largest pit in my stomach you could ever feel.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer.
Like,
can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Like, I can't possibly convey to you how utterly baffled I am that the context of the word shipping is being used for real people. Like, shipping already is in and of itself a controversial problem in fictional characters, you know? It's shit that people attack voice actors over. Remember Darling in the Franxx, when it aired back in the day? It had such a massive discourse over a particular thing that a particular character did that voice actors and even the studio producing the show were harassed over it. And it's now extending to real people. People with lives and their own interests. Which just... that disgusts me to a very severe degree. And I can't... and the thing is, this isn't the first time I've ever discussed it. You know, I've joked about it sometimes with people in college. The, funny enough, the cherry on top in regards to that conversation was, when someone in the group was discussing, or talking about how somebody was harassing Markiplier's girlfriend. I don't know what his romantic situation is, but his girlfriend at the time, I think, and how people were harassing her because they were shipping him and Jacksepticeye together. And I essentially made a joke saying like that very person in the latest video or whatever would reply to the girlfriend being like, "How dare you possibly date Markiplier, not allow him to ramjack Septiceye in his septic eye." Just completely left field weird humor, because frankly that's what I'm best at, and it was hilarious, if I do say so myself. The only shipping I need is when I order a product online. Hell the fuck yeah. The only excuse me. The only shipping I need to know is whenever I need to know when my volume of Chainsaw Man comes in the mail. Which it did. I managed to get volume 3. Poor Denji. Poor Denji. But yeah, I'm slowly chipping away at Chainsaw Man since the anime has been announced, and I'm enjoying it so far. There's parts of it that feel really iffy, but I just think, you know, it's fine so far. I'm liking it.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Faun Ultras. Atop them, a small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
What about the speakers, though? Doesn't anyone want the speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Inspect the sneakers.
A pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness.
That is kind of asinine. Oh, but they do give boost to hand-eye coordination, but no.
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need some speakers.
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Fuck off!
No way, officer! That's right, officer. No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them, but see, if on the other hand, you want to buy the sneakers.
Wow, so I have to get 50 real just to get these speakers. Dude, fuck this guy. Let's see. Let's go talk to Titus, since I talked to Everard about the Hardy Boys. I need to find a way to forge the signature on the envelope, but I don't know where I can do that. How do I forge the signature? I don't think it would be in the hotel room.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Me and Everard talked. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Oh. Option 1 would be what I would say, but option 2 is really making me want... Oh, I really want to say option 2. Option 2.
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy.
God damn, even Titus is like, yeah, this guy behind me here, he's a real puss. Can't even get through half a can of Coors Light without feeling a hard buzz. This guy right here, he can't handle anything.
The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
Authority. What gives boost to my authority? I want to check. I'm gonna check to see on the clothing department wise. Empathy. Suggestion. I don't think anything gives me a boost to authority. I have not found a single bit of clothing that could ever give me any boost to authority. If anything, I've found things that give me a negative modifier to my authority. All right. Does this game say what year this takes place? I believe this said the year 51. I don't know what the first two digits would be, but
Bye-bye, gendarme.
I don't know what the first two digits would be, but it said 51, so I'm gonna assume like 19 something. Who knows, but yeah. This definitely takes place in some kind of odd 1940s-esque kind of era, considering the machinery and stuff involved. It's a very fascinating world, which would make sense considering that the man that wrote this series wrote this game is actually an author who himself wrote a book that takes place in this universe. Okay, so the situation with this game is, apparently how this works is that the book came first. I forget the name of the book offhandedly, but the book came first, and this game takes place years before the book does. So that's essentially what the situation is. And if this game is anything to go by, oh man, I want to read that book. And apparently they're working on making an English translation for it, which makes me very happy. I would love to read that book.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists.
Okay, nothing new there. So, the authority boost is big, but not that big.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is precinct. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. 57.
In the cabin, you see...
Okay, nothing new there. Everard has eyes in a lot of places, and I don't know where else I could go. I'm trying to think. Because I bet even in the apartment buildings, Everard would be able to find somehow be a negative modifier to the whole thing. They lost the phone addiction. Yeah, Revachol doesn't have phone addiction, although they are getting on the radio computer thing, which is certainly progress. How much longer until one more door is open? 6 minutes? Okay. the locusts are still there. Nothing new about the motor carriage. Ah, shit, I didn't mean to take it.
Hello, mister. Bye.
I did not mean to take that.
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall. Wait, what if this is the fishing rod situation all over again?
You're not going to be fooled again. You're going to stand there calmly and observe this non-phasmid until you see what it really is.
Fine. It's not a phasmid. It's not even organic. Just a fire iron resting by the fireplace. But where's your sense of wonder, man?
Forget about the phasmid at fire iron.
Hello, mister. It's Lammy.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that...
Yes. Very soft.
Press your damn cheek against Lammy, okay?
Wow. Good night, Combo. Thanks for dropping by.
Isn't he soft?
Aww.
Bye.
She's just sweet. Aww. Alright, well, I guess I stole a stuffed bird by I wasn't even thinking when I did that. My bad. Alright. Well, with that done, let's check on the trap again, and then, we will, probably go to Gart, say, hey, I've got a new stuffed bird for you.
A few
Maybe I could try to talk to this guy again, get any more info. Because even though he gave an incredibly dry lecture about the history of this building...
Hello again. Sure, what's on your mind? But of course, I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really...
He's not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly you were just profiling.
Oh no, I don't have it on me. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
By the way, do you work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island of Lo Mantang. It uses slender wooden sticks for confronting the opponent.
A form of martial arts from the island of Lo Mantang, right?
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting, such as the sacred Mabolo tradition of the Harley people, a name deriving from the butterfruit tree traditionally used for crafting the long, slender sticks, whereas the sticks used in other cultures...
You doze off as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history
Wow.
of stick fighting among mankind, seasoning it with unexpected pop culture references.
Wow, literally the most dry lecture you could ever get.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying?
I don't really remember what I was saying.
Then I guess everything got said, right?
There we are.
One more door. There is no way to open the supply depot door. Accept it. You cannot open all the doors. You have to integrate this into your character. Some doors will forever remain closed, even if every single other door will open at one time or another. Maybe to a key, or maybe to some sort of tool meant for opening doors. But this one will never accede to such commands. A realization crucial to personal growth. Crucial.
-1 half-light. All physique white checks unlocked. All psyche white checks unlocked. All of them? Wait, all of them? Woohoo! Yes! That is lovely! Ah ha ha ha! Hell yeah! Oh, I get to retry the critical failure I had, too! That's fantastic! Wow! That was a good one to get! Mm-hmm! Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Hell yeah! There is no chance that I could get a critical failure twice. Like, come on. If I get another one on this, then there is a chance that I probably will just never get a shiny Pokemon again. I don't fucking know, but point is, I find that really good. That was awesome. That was great. I didn't expect a thought to give me all white checks available again. Wow. For a Psyche.
Yes, what is it?
Okay, it's 83.
Easy.
There you go.
When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's off-site copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
What is an off-site copy, and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
By your old workplace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in that office building on Plaza?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Wait, the bookstore lady? You mean Placience?
That's her name, I believe.
And where exactly is the off-site copy?
There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there. Don't worry. You can't miss the bear. It's hideous.
Motherfucker, there was a fridge in there, so I could have stored the body in there. Well, that's what future playthroughs are for. Why can't you go get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
Don't be too harsh. That's only because of their socioeconomic situation.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rame Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
I mean, it'd be like the equivalent of showing a computer to an Amish person.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic. So what I need you to do here is go have a talk with her, say that you're a policeman and need to get to the building's basement. Then bring me the off-site copy. Alright?
Alright, I'll go look for the off-site copy.
And here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the off-site copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
The legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Prybar version 2.0 for professionals like you.
Interesting. So, I can go back and... So does that mean... Oh, that looks... Not gonna lie, that actually kind of looks cool. Like, holding that actually kind of looks rad. Alright. With that being Pry Bar 2.0, I think I might be able to bust open that door with all the wards on it now. Hell yeah. I just kind of wish I actually knew how to activate the fast travel, because I learned apparently that there's fast travel in this game, but I don't know how to activate it. But what we will do is we will go talk to Gart and give him the bird that we just got. And by got, I mean stole by accident. I mean, Lilane is so cool. She probably is like, yeah, that bird was just kind of an eyesore, so who knows? Who knows, man? Now, something else I wonder is if, because the other problem is, if pain threshold was high enough, I probably would have been able to break down the door. I just didn't think that there actually is a fridge there that I could have stored the body in, but... Again, that's what for future playthroughs are. Because I hear this game's not super long. So, yeah. It sucks. I now know that there's a fridge there, so that's something, I suppose. It's just thanks to the idea of like, oh no, you need to work fast because the body might decompose. It got me thinking like, I need to rush, you know?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime Goodness, you were already doing...
She smiled.
Alright, can't explain to her. Cool.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you. That's right. Steady. The room, it's made of a solid block of wood.
Can I not explain to her?
Hello again, esteemed officer. Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Everything is...
She's attempting to mentally direct...
Truth be told, but you don't learn about the important things in life. The truth is available if you just know where to...
She smiles.
In that case... Would I be able to bust it down... Bust the side door down? This door, I mean. Nah, I didn't think so. Okay. Alright. Locked containers. Yeah, that's not going to help me any. Well, I can maybe try Kuno, because all of the white checks suddenly managed to get opened for me. So Lilane, suggestion, empathy, authority. I can try the doorbell again.
An old call box with a matrix of push. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and alright. Maybe not healthy, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Last time we talked, there was some confusion. You got me mixed up with someone else.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
What?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait. Is she...
Are you repeating your words?
Michelle. Just Please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes the sentence sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
It doesn't matter what I say, you're just gonna continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold, and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Just a recording. And here I thought.
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words.
So it was a recording. Still really effectively creepy, though.
This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow. Crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So...
The lieutenant, the strange alien thought patterns ends. Lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom.
It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
Something weird just happened to me.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Well, that solves that mystery. Damn.
An old call box with a silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Damn. Whew, I mean, it's still creepy, you know? Like, the prospect of just having that creep up on you.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Still low.
Kuno doesn't...
What were some other purple checks that I could do? These are ones that I haven't done at all. I should probably give a boost to pain threshold on my next level up because honestly, I'd actually really like to be able to open that door.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is precinct. Still no word. I must 57.
In the cabin, you...
I'm going to talk to Joyce about the drug trade again. See if that sheds any light on anything. There wouldn't be any use in trying to do a forgery on the letter inside the apartments. Like, I need to be out of Martinez in order to probably
back.
be out of Everard's gaze.
What can I help you with? The lorries are still stuck at the roundabout. If the police is asking, one of the drivers might admit to it. Yes?
Let's do it.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Okay then. So, essentially get some knowledge on the drivers. I'm playing into her hands, but there's not really a whole lot else I can do. I got my badge back, but she still was able to figure out, hey, it doesn't matter now. We've already talked about the drug trafficking situation, so I'm still not going to divulge the info. Maybe if I didn't talk to her before I got my badge back, but again, that probably requires a whole deal where it's like, all right, new game, let's do this whole thing. Which is fine, I suppose. So 3 lorry drivers.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, I mean. What's up?
How you do, fellow kids? You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Let me get straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Why are you still hanging around? What do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions. Ah, man. But those days...
We have a
Not me, man. Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo. And it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking. Working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
Fuck off, physical... God,
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
What conceptualization? What do I have that helps conceptualization? I wanna bust my sick rhymes, bro. Where's my sick rhymes busting clothes? Trauma, interfacing. I need clothes that can help me bust up my sick rhymes, man.
Still here, stuck in this damn
Much
jam,
better.
my man. What's up?
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera's an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion? That's good.
Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I'm just a vessel for the muse, man. I don't really know.
No matter. Great verse is like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet.
That's a strange compliment.
Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop.
For a cop?
They're more often in the fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty in verse.
In a small office behind the old military hospital. hunched under the green glow of his desk light. Officer Hans Blau browses through a test print of his Futurist magazine. It's called The Futurist. The typeface on the header is too small.
Any organization gets all kinds of folk. I'm sure we try our best. I'm doing what little I can't do right by people.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
I know what that means. Does that mean I can probably get a chance to try and get rid of the expression? Oh, that would be fantastic. Which one was it? Which one was it? Which one was it? This one. But yeah, good thing I managed to figure out, hey, I had 2 conceptualization clothes. Alright, is this guy our drug smuggler?
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
Wow!
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
So he's an economic racist. Hold on, but they make Al Ghul alcohol in Imran too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez.
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then why are you still hanging around here for? Most other communeurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Serves him right.
It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
If not you, then who's running drugs?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
The one reselling humanitarian aid packages, right?
That's the one. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
Oh, I wish I could roundhouse kick this motherfucker.
Is your man alright? 100%. He's a lorryman selling his employer stuff. Broke the seals on his human ox lorry. No doubt he's selling drugs too.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Gotta pay him a visit, I guess. Fucking hell. Fuck you, dude. Oh, I want to punch him in the nose. I wish I could have punched him in the throat and roundhouse kicked him in the face. Alright, we'll talk to Sealang, and I think that'll probably end the stream for now.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Sealang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in the traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorry man. Another lorry driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So his dream is essentially to become Martinez's Goodwill. So you were embarrassed to tell me.
No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
Okay, if you don't know, I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
We're buddies, Silang. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point. Nah. Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
We're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Okay. So Silang is just a guy who honestly wants to make his life a little bit better. He wants to legitimately start sort of a, like a Tuesday mornings or a Salvation Army / Goodwill kind of situation. That's admirable.
Make way for the master poet.
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business.
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. died. It was violet when she got here, blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do?
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart. And his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. Now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation, too. It's important. I can't blow it.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? 'Cause she's on the edge, man.
Imagine it. An explosion of stars. Goodbye world of men, money, and machines.
Fine, I'll drop it for now.
Thank you, friend.
Alright. Yeah, Tommy's a cool guy. I don't wanna break him up over it. It probably hurts him enough to even talk about her as is.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Silang, didn't you?
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
Fuck you!
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Say nothing.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Go, Kim! I fucking love Kim Kitsuragi. He's so cool.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Oh fuck, Half-Light. Oh no, the one time I need Half-Light. Fuck me. Alright, Half-Light. Put that on. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? It's about biological determinism. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Someone has to be the unpopular guy.
I'm not the only one. Look, people who've studied these things say that you and me. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the... This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn... Oh? Don't push you. Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
This is the only time I think I've ever had to make a Half-Light check. Because, yeah, that's a 28 chance, and I am not in any ways confident about that. Do the tools help?
For something, Hunt?
No, I didn't think so. Didn't think so. Alright. Well...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is precinct. Still no word. I'm 57.
In the cabin, you
I'm gonna check on the empathy check again with Kuno. And then I'll probably end the stream after that. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Oh, hello. Something might be new here about the...
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
This is where I started off with my motor carriage before sinking it into the sea.
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
Yeah, that's the one consoling part about this entire fucking thing.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps.
No wonder the cafeteria... Well...
Yeah. Yeah. At least I got more dialogue about it. Alright, Kuno. Let's see if I can crack your shell. Didn't I could get lucky
Kuno? Kuno thinks you have brain damage or some shit? Kuno cares?
Kuno, stop being nice to the pig! Step away from Kuno, fat-ass creep!
Ease off, see? Don't be telling Kuno what Kuno can do. What else you want, pig man? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! Fuck does Kuno know?
The lieutenant take.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give Kunos. Shoot that shit at Kuno, pig-o-naught. The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't...
Nah, I don't think that it's worth it. It's too low of a check, I think. Sadly. But, at the very least, I now have, at least I have a lot more avenues in regards to what I can do for next stream. But, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for now. So, yeah, thank you all for joining me on this one. A bit shorter than my typical Disco Elysium streams, but considering the nature of how things are progressing in the game, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me too much in regards to, you know, helping. Oh, that's right, Gart with the thing.
Can I help you?
I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
I mean, he's not wrong. But yeah, we gave Gart a new stuffed bird. At least we can end it off on that note. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me on this one. And yeah, I will be sure to stream more of this. And as for any other games I plan on streaming, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on Twitter and everything. So just keep an eye out there. But with that said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you in the next stream. Bye.